led the Fever to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Clark now gets Kelsey Mitchell back. And today, we got news that Natasha Howard will be with the Fever. So, Rebecca, do you think that the Fever, big question here, are they title contenders?
I think they're one piece away. I think they're one piece away from being a title contender. I think adding Natasha Howard puts them potentially in the top 4. Now, if they could sign, say, Nneka Ogwumike or Satu Sabali or even Dawana Bonner, I would put them in the championship conversation. But they haven't done that. But they have certainly improved by signing Howard. She, to me, fits their system beautifully as a rim-running stretch 4. We know Caitlin Clark is the best get-ahead passer in the WNBA right now. Howard will run the floor. Howard is outstanding in the pick and roll. We saw how good she was doing that when she was in Seattle. What else does she bring? A massive amount of experience. Remember, all the conversation for Indiana going into the playoffs last year, first time they'd made it since 2016, was how little playoff experience they had. You see, now they have 33 games. In that first playoff game against the Connecticut Sun this past season, they had 0 playoff experience from their starting 5. Howard brings playoff experience. She's won 3 championships with both Minnesota and Seattle. So to me, she's a huge, huge piece for them. But in terms of a championship, I think they're still one piece away.
Okay.
Me personally, I still think they need some work. Obviously, that's a huge, huge pickup right there. Huge pickup. Like she said, Caitlin Clark is the best point guard in the league when it comes to transition basketball. We know how Howard is going to get out in transition. She's a motor. You know how kind of AT's that motor? Natasha Howard is that motor. Up, down, up, down. She could spread the floor. She could hit the pick and pop. So her pick and roll game with Caitlin Clark, you see how good it is with AB. Imagine what it's going to be like with Natasha Howard, who just shot 45%, who's coming off the best shooting season of her career. She averaged 17, 7, and 3 assists? She averaged 17 points, 6.9, pretty much 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The girl's going to be able to rim protect. She's going to be able to pick up. She's going to be able to play defense. She's going to be able to rebound. And the biggest thing, what people are not understanding, is the Fever were getting bullied last year. They were the little pups. Although they were winning games and they were showing that they're the little pups, they were young and not veteran. Now you add Natasha Howard, someone who's got that little bit of dog in them, who got that rah-rah. You're not punking us no more. You're going to have to get through this lane. So I really like that for them. This is big time. They got a new coach. They got Howard over there. Yeah, they're going to need some more pieces. They're going to need some more pieces. You know, they got Cunningham. We understand that. And like, Melissa Smith is gone. Cunningham is there. So this is a good team. I still think there's room for one more piece. There's Shanity Carter on the board. There's Bonner. There's Dejanay Carrington. There's Marina Mabry. And they have enough money. I think they have up to $275,000, almost $300,000 in cap space left. They can make something shake. And this is what it looks like is going on. They have a $78 million facility on the way. New head coach, front office, new trainers. You just bring in a veteran forward, and now you bring in Cunningham. You get rid of Melissa Smith. You bring in another girl in Cunningham who could play defense, get out in transition, spread the floor, shoot the 3-ball. She's going to play with energy. She's got some of that rah-rah in her, some of that dog in her. She's not letting none of that fly. So to me, this team, you got 2 veterans. You got Cunningham and you got Natasha Howard. Obviously, they recorded this segment a lot earlier. But, as far as this team, the way it's shaping out, I mean, I don't know if Lexi Hall's going to start, Cunningham's going to start, whatever the case is. Both those girls can play. They're kind of similar. Cunningham's like a little bit more veteran status of Lexi Hall. You know what I mean? Lexi Hall might shoot the 3 a little bit better, but Cunningham can shoot the ball. And she can go to the basket, and she's going to be aggressive, and she's not backing down to nothing. So, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much because I feel like the Fever are still making moves. I feel like things are not done yet. I feel like there's a lot of things that could still happen. A lot of things that could change this. A lot of other teams are getting better right now. But as far as contenders, Rebecca said it right. I mean, they probably still need one more piece. Even after Cunningham. Even with Cunningham, though, if you leave the team what it is, they could go play playoff basketball right now. And they could win some games for sure. For sure. So, Let's finish this. Let's hear what they got to say. But this is a good team right here.
One piece away, but that's still huge thinking about how long it had been since they made it to the playoffs. So how dangerous is this Fever lineup, Jeanette?
I have to get up because we got to give the people what they want. This was a game-changing move, and I agree with Rebecca. They are still a little bit away. They finally made it back to the playoffs, but to be a championship team, they might need one more piece. But let's dive into this Indiana Fever roster, starting with their backcourt. I want you guys to look right here. This backcourt, I'm not going to lie, y'all, is lit. You've got Caitlin Clark, who made history, right? I'll get to her later. But Kelsey Mitchell just made a choice to re-sign. She averaged 19 points per game, and she's electric. I love her ability as a scorer. So this was a big win already for the Fever. Now, when we look back at this lineup, now let's talk about the post players. Aaliyah Boston, you've got two right here, rookies of the year. Aaliyah Boston, I mean, she's a walking double-double, right? So important for them. They also have depth, hopefully retaining Nalissa.
So Nalissa Smith is out of there, right? So like I said, they recorded this earlier on. We'll finish it off right here, right? So look, we still got Erica Wheeler, Katie Lou Samuelson, which Katie Lou Samuelson has been playing pretty good basketball. She looks like her confidence is up, playing in Unrivaled. It looks like she's in good shape. Looks like she's up and down the court, and she's being a little bit more confident shooting the ball and trying to play some defense and trying to play make. So if we kept Katie Lou and she could keep that confidence that she's playing with, I wouldn't mind that coming off the bench at all, right? Erica Wheeler, we know what she could do off the bench. Come and handle the rock, kind of settle things down, get a couple buckets. Okay, you're out of there. Now, Grace Berger is going to take a bigger role than Erica Wheeler will this year, playing for Stephanie White for sure. Berger has been balling overseas. So Grace is probably going to come in and be the seventh girl off the bench. I mean, the second person off the bench for sure. Because you got Lexi Hall, now you got Cunningham. So yeah, Grace Berger's there's gonna be a lot of depth over there. And Victoria Saxton could play, Christy Wallace could play. All these girls could play. We'll see what they're trying to do, but I'm telling you, it looks like they're trying to get shooters around Caitlin Clark. So, I mean, I'm just excited. Like I said, things are not done, but just know there is cap space to go get one more person. Now, if that has to include somebody, we don't know. I'll have to look deeper into it. Christy Wallace, Erica Wheeler for Marina Mabry, or whatever the case. I don't know if that's not gonna happen. But you know what I'm saying? We'll let the front office work. But I'm telling you, something else is gonna happen. I can just feel it. But with the roster added right now with Cunningham, it's a good roster, man. Good roster. So let me know what you guys think. There's been a lot of talks going on with WNBA. If you guys been keeping up with Unrivaled, let me know. I'm covering Unrivaled once again. Make sure you guys check out the other channel, Game Day Uncut. I will leave the link down below. But as far as this goes, Indiana Fever, you got Kelsey Mitchell. You got Caitlin Clark 2.0 on the way. You got Lexi Hall, Cunningham. You got Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston. I mean, this team is loaded too. Let's not get it. This team is loaded too. So I expect big things for this team. They got a great coach in there, and I know they're going to be working hard. And I know that they're not just going into the season they're going into the season trying to win. They're going to the playoffs. Indiana Fever will go to the playoffs for sure. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. I would really appreciate it if you guys would go support Game Day Uncut. I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm out.